After my fall reset, I was ready to decorate, and I don't always go big on seasonal decor, but this gives me a chance to clean, tidy up, and then decorating is kind of my reward. Welcome to the Peaceful Home. If you're new here, I'm Teresa, and I am so excited to show you my tour today. This is mainly my downstairs, what we call our great room, because it literally is one giant room, including the kitchen and dining area, with only the bathroom and laundry room separated by doors. Starting in the kitchen, I didn't do a whole lot, but I love to decorate the shelves above my kitchen sink. I really left the top and middle shelves the same, and I just swapped out my blue dishes for some brown transferware that I got at an estate sale a few months ago, and it's really beautiful. I actually have some brown transferware that I could not find, and I can only think of a couple places it could possibly be, and it wasn't there. So I don't know what happened to that. But I did have these 4 pieces plus the stack of the mini bowls. We also brought in a lamp with an amber bulb. Now that the days are getting shorter, we are trying to use less artificial light and screens at night. And so this is one really great way to do it. We can't swap out our can lights, but we could bring a lamp in, and I think it looks really pretty here. I also changed out the greens that I had in this large terracotta pot that's on our island. And I had a couple pieces that I've had for years and 2 new pieces that I got this year from Hobby Lobby. I didn't change anything in the bathroom or the laundry room. And even the coffee bar, I didn't touch anything there. I've been collecting false graph, and so it's just been fun to have those pieces added up on the coffee bar shelves, but I didn't add any decor. And this is one way that you can really simplify. Choose a couple of main areas that you want to shift and bring in new color, and leave the rest alone. I just didn't want to stress over decorating every single room. I think sometimes we get locked into all of these Pinterest and Instagram images, and we think, well, everybody decorates every nook and cranny of their home, and I need to do the same thing. You don't. You are free to choose what works for your schedule, your season of life. Sometimes just bringing in one arrangement or swapping out a couple of pillows, that might be all you do, and that's good enough. A peaceful home is really about providing a gathering space for our family where they feel safe and secure. They can express themselves, learn, grow, connect, and the decorating really doesn't matter. We do want our homes to feel like we can live in them, so we want them to be comfortable. And if you are one that has an eye towards decor, that's probably something that just makes you feel like a room is complete and put together. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure that all of your decor suits you and that you are prioritizing function over form. In the dining room, I actually took the large IKEA table that I had in here and I moved it out. The color is not quite right for my home. And after trying it for about a year, I decided to bring back in my grandfather's picnic table that I love so much. It needed a little refresh, so I actually sanded it down, gave it a new coat of stain, and 2 coats of matte polyurethane. And now it's much easier to wipe clean, and I love the color in here. It matches my picture ledges, and I just feel like it ties the room together a little better. The reason I opted for picture ledges rather than doing nails in the wall and having a gallery wall is because I did want to swap it out during the different seasons, especially for Christmas. I love to display my collection of winter prints. And so for fall, I have a couple of new things that I've thrifted. The turkey print is definitely my favorite, and I think it looks great here. I also have this painting that my grandmother did in her college art class. And while it really needs to be properly framed, it's too small for this frame. I just put it up there. I love it. I also have two other heirloom pieces, which are the fall scenes of birds, ducks. I actually have a set of 4, but I put 2 of them on the picture ledges. I brought in a couple of my brass candlesticks and some faux pumpkins and changed out the greenery in the little basket, and I think it looks pretty good. Oh, the other thing I did was swap out one of the straw hats for a felt hat, which definitely gives more of a fall vibe. If you missed my fall reset video, I will link that below, but I went over the list of chores that I decided to do before I decorated. One of them was moving this dresser away from the sliding glass window. My daughter and son-in-law are working on this little backyard for the kids, and because it's right off the kitchen and there's a slider already there, it's a perfect spot. So we needed to move the dresser that holds all of my linens and put it over against the front window. And so the desk needed to go somewhere, and I found a spot in the library. I'm going to need to put something above it, probably some artwork above the desk, but this is also a great spot where I can set something that needs to go upstairs. And then it's there as a reminder and I can grab it on my way up. This dresser was here before, and so it is serving the same purpose of being a charging station for phones and tablets. And also I've got this tray that kind of corrals all the clutter. If there's something that needs to go out to the garage or go to my car, I can just set it there and I don't end up leaving things all over the place. Back to the library. It wasn't originally part of my fall reset, but I did end up completely dusting, wiping all the shelves and just tidying up the books, moving a couple small things around, and that is pretty set for the fall season. In the living room, I was able to use several of the things that I thrifted in my fall thrift haul, including these topiaries. And I wasn't sure how they would look. I wanted to try them out on the mantle. And I do love the height, and they're just so simple. The mantle isn't cluttered. I wanted just a really clean look, and I think it's provided that. I thrifted this basket with the intention of putting firewood in it, but we aren't quite ready for fires. It's still a little warm here. I just stuck a couple of pillows in the basket for now. And then I have a crate on the other side that really is there to provide a spot for our DVD player. And I add some books to that, and I have a little collection of brown glass that I put some stems in and a couple of pumpkins. This lantern used to hang in our family cabin, and I spent every summer of my life up there, and I have such fond memories. And so now that it's in my home, every time I see it, it reminds me of the cabin, so that is really a treasure for me. If you watch me regularly, you know the debacle with my husband's new recliner and my really short brown chair, and I found this wingback chair that I love, and the pattern has grown on me so much. But now these are fairly even in height, and it looks much better. I still plan on making some pillows for these two pieces, but for now I just put a couple pillows that I already had. And then on the couches, I brought out my fall pillows. I did get a new brown velvet pillow from Target. I really wanted that to kind of anchor the brown color in the room, along with this throw that I got from Amazon. I love this. I took a chance because you just don't know ordering online, but the blanket is beautiful. It's soft, it's 100% cotton, and I really like the pattern. And the color is perfect. So this is kind of bringing the brown and navy, which is my color palette for this year. And I also have some other pillows that I thrifted that are on the other couch. And then of course there's my ottoman, which is serving as a nice soft surface while toddlers and kids are running around in the living room. If you are aiming for simplicity, minimalism, less for your kids to get into, don't have anything on your surfaces that they can reach. Don't bother decorating a coffee table or an ottoman. Just leave it blank, or maybe put a throw blanket over it. but I really love having something there. I feel like it kind of completes the room. This year, I chose my grandfather's carving board. So for most of the years of my life, Thanksgiving turkey, Christmas turkey was carved on this board. So it holds a lot of special memories for me, and it was the perfect piece to use on the ottoman. I especially love that it's oval. Using something oval or round when you have a square table is just a really nice change. And the other reason I like to have something on here is so that we can set down drinks, a glass of water, a cup of coffee, and not have it be wobbly on a fabric surface. I started out with a couple little pumpkins here and a stack of books, and I swapped out the pumpkins and tried this faux plant that's in a Native American basket. That is something that I really love. It's often on my front porch, but I grabbed it and I brought it in, and I think it looks terrific in this spot. Then there's the sofa table that is up against the window. I really like to determine whether a space is for decorative purposes or practical purposes. Now, sometimes they can be both, but in this case, down below I have our shoes, and that's completely practical. That's where I can throw them in a basket and not worry about how they look. But the top is decorative. I'm going to decorate it the way I want it. There's no function that needs to happen. So I don't have to worry about whether my faux pumpkins are getting in the way of real life, because the purpose is for me to look at it and enjoy it. I kept the same coffee table books here stacked up, and on the tray I just swapped out some things I had before for a few faux pumpkins. I'm going to do a front porch tour in a little bit. In fact, I'm probably going to work on that later today and get ready to show you guys that in a couple of weeks. But on the front door, I did put this wreath that I thrifted last year, and I think it's beautiful. I would really love to have like a brown velvet ribbon on it, but I did not get ribbon in time for this video. But I love the way that this looks, and it's just very simple. I almost forgot I didn't talk about my dining room table. I put a runner down that brought in the brown I wanted, and instead of the tray that I normally have there, I used my tobacco basket where we keep silverware. We just find it really easy, rather than setting a table, to just throw all the silverware in there, napkins, everyone can grab what they need at dinner time, salt and pepper. It's just an easy way to corral the things that you need at mealtime. Also here at the island, I got new cushions from IKEA for these bar stools, and I really like them. I didn't have a whole lot of choices. Like, here's one pattern, and so it happens to be something I liked, and it's in my colors. It's a really dark blue with a white flower, and I think this is going to be great. They are completely washable, and that's what we wanted for grandkids. Well, that's it for my fall tour 2023. If you have any comments, I would love for you to leave those below. Even just an emoji is something that actually promotes my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please consider that. It's totally free. Just hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. You don't have to leave any information or sign up for anything, but that lets YouTube know that this is content you enjoy. Thank you for joining me today on The Peaceful Home. Happy fall.